Well, I did watch a lot this week. I've been watching The Flash. The Flash.
Oh no,
The
you've
old
been
one?
watching the Flash.
Season 7 dropped on Netflix.
I've heard the anime, like the effects are just so bad.
I watched, I think, season 2 because I kind of liked season 1.
First 3 seasons were good.
I mean, I think like I mentioned on a show a few weeks ago, those few first seasons were definitely stronger, but I think it's still a fun show. Like, I have a good time. It's easy breezy, you get 42 minutes of superheroics. The good conquers evil. They send you on your way with a smile on your face. How much more can you ask for, really?
Cisco Ramon.
Boobs.
It is like you said. They did just kind of write him and the Wells character out. You know what was funny and totally unnecessary at the beginning of this season is, you remember how we talked about, like, in a really early episode, maybe like episode 2, we talked about how they fired the guy that plays Ralph Dibny, the elongated man, because he had those weird tweets. Well, like, because they got rid of him, like, early on, they're like, oh, Ralph, like, off screen did this thing to help us, but like it irradiated his face or something. So they basically got this guy with just like a CG, like, blob face, because he's all like, he's elongated man, he's rubbery or whatever. And so that's the way they covered it up. And then they like put him in this helmet with like a voice modulator, because they're like, supposedly this helmet like will help reconstitute his face or whatever. The thing is like, he was like totally unnecessary. So they could have literally been like, oh, let's get Ralph to help us. You know what? I called him up and he said his like dick got ran over by an 18-wheeler or something. Like they didn't need to actually like go through all this trouble. They could have just said an offhand remark like that and like covered his exit,
Yeah, I wasn't too invested in that character at all. I kind of felt like he was shoehorned in, to be honest. I'm like, they're adding too many new people to this. I mean, I don't mind adding new people and stuff, but
That's kind of like when the story runs dry, you add more people and you can kind of build out extra story.
Remember when Married with Children added 7? That little kid. Yeah.
Was that the third kid, or was he like adopted, or he's like
He was like an adopted kid?
Just some random kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been so long since I watched that. I don't remember.
Vaguely remember 7.
Didn't famously like the Brady Bunch introduce a little kid too?
Probably, I don't know.
But yeah, shows do that when they run too long. They do have to add more characters.
Well, I mean, I think The Simpsons did that brilliantly, where they had like an entire community, and I think The Simpsons was more organic. But like South Park, like we were talking about, they let it like, we're a little dry, and they just like they move a grade, they add like 10 extra characters, and then like, okay, let's keep going.
It's a little easier to do with an animated show, though, to like from the start have like a really large cast of characters if you want to. But like with a live action show where you're paying actors a lot of money or whatever, it doesn't necessarily behoove you to like just start out with a huge cast of characters.
What if you just added like 10 random characters and like anyone who wants more money, you just cut out.
See who sticks. Game of Thrones style.
See what works, and then just be like, if you don't work, well, have fun being an extra. I don't know.